Hello and welcome to Gator Theories. Today I'm going to be making a TikTok, and this video. So for this video we're going to be making myself into Netflix covers. So here is the setup I've got at the minute. So I'm in my room, I've got my studio setup ready, so we're going to be making these things into myself. So got that all set up there. I'm going to be using a tripod, we've got the lighting system there, I'm going to be moving the lights. Then on my bed is where the masterpiece is going to be happening. I have the clothes set out for the different sets for ready to do. It's boiling in here, so we've got a fan, got a drink, so yeah, let's turn me into some Netflix covers. For the first one we're going to do is The Good Place, so we're going to replace Eleanor with me, so I need a red top, so I'm going to use that prolific red top, is the only one I've got, so I'm going to put that on, so we kind of need to make that face, that pose. Let's do this. Shot number one, I think, is done, the one of me as, what's she called from The Good Place, I think that's done, red one's done, so now we're going on Too Hot to Handle, that lovely TV show. So for this one I'm going to replace this dude who I think's called Harry in the series. So basically what I need to do is get into some shorts, so I'll put on those grey ones over there, and then maybe do a few press-ups so the abs kind of pop out slightly. As you can see, here's a faint outline there. I can always do that kind of in After Effects, but it's easier by, put the ab, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do now. Let's do that one. Alright, the next shot is Riverdale, so I have got myself on a grey t-shirt. I'm just going to really pose, really. Alright, let's do this. Alright, time to do Spencer Confidential. We've got awesome Mark Wahlberg looking cool there. So, I don't have a leather jacket, but I do have a black bomber jacket, and I'm nicking my brother's burgundy hoodie, so hopefully this shot will look really cool. The next shot we've got to get is the extraction one, so what I'm going to do is take the grey top I'm wearing, I'm going to have to wear it first around the top so it looks sweaty, and then put on some sunglasses. I don't have as cool sunglasses as Chris Hemsworth, but hopefully they'll work. And then I don't actually have a necklace or anything, so I think I might have to either visually put that in the photoshopping process or just leave it out. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, for the next shot it's 6 underground, so I need to get looking good like Ryan Reynolds and put on a suit. So the suit's over there with a black tie. So let's do this one. That's from the extraction shot. Let's carry on with 6 underground and get out this wet top because it's freezing.
I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out.
Okay, so now I have done the editing. I used what did I use? I used Photo Image Editor Pixel Style because I can't afford Photoshop. And if you have a Mac, that is a free software you can get on the App Store that is pretty much like Photoshop, not as good, so beware that the edits of myself into Netflix posters will not be quite as good as had, say, Photoshop, or had I spend a little bit more time on them. So we'll just go through them. So on my screen I have the 3 in front of me, and then they'll pop up on screen, obviously. So this was the original shot right here, so quite similar to the actual first pose, which is there, and it turned out like this. So overall, it's not too bad, the Good Place one is, but it's not great, I'd say. There's a lot of it that could have been done a lot better. But for a first attempt, not too shabby. So if we move on to Too Hot to Handle, we come to here, which is the original one. Now I used an extra light where I have a little light, and I got one of my siblings to hold it just above my head, and used a yellow filter to try and get that sunlight that they have on the Too Hot to Handle poster. So with that in mind, I was trying to aim to replicate this image. This image was harder to replicate because in the back, well, it's not harder to replicate, but the background I'm going to have to recreate would just be easier. So I made this one easier for myself by, if you cut out the guy, the whole square, and then rebuild the whole one. So I couldn't find an exact Hawaiian thing, so I made my own. So we ended up with this image, which I think is not too bad. It's pretty good. It looks realistic, I'd say. You couldn't tell that it was super fake, other than he's actually in real sunlight and I'm in fake indoors with a a light on. But I'd say this one's probably the best one I've done, or the most, like, you could see that on Netflix, couldn't you? Maybe I'll be on the next series of Too Hot to Handle. Who knows? Who knows? I actually haven't watched much of that show, so I wouldn't know if I would be any good on it. Then we had the Riverdale one, which started like this, so I was going for that basic pose, just hoping I could fill it in like that. Obviously, my camera, I flipped the images on all of these, I should say, once I was in the photo editing software, so I put it like that. In the end, we came up with this image, so I think it's not too bad. There's a lot of actual photoshopping has been done in here, kind of. I think the best one was by adding a shadow. I could cover a lot of the stuff that I didn't really need to Photoshop out properly, so it made it look a bit better having the shadow on there, and it's alright. It's an alright one. Still a bit of a green outline around, which is hard to get rid of on this photo editing software. It's not quite picking up the best, but you know what, I'll take that. The Riverdale one was alright. We then move on to Spencer Confidential, and I've got to say the outfit is awesome. I want the outfit. So I didn't have a leather jacket, so I went with a bomber jacket that's black, and then borrowed my brother's hoodie because I don't own a burgundy hoodie either, to try and get that look. And then so we went for that pose, and the actual one I think turned out pretty good. Again, I just replaced the whole image and kind of built my own version up, so put me on top of a background of it. It was a street, which I then blurred out and then copied across a PNG version of the logo and fit it in the same place. But I think this one went pretty well. A bit round ears, could have been better, but for this one, pretty well. And then we move on to the extraction, which this image was fun to make. I've got to say, the t-shirt is wet, so I literally put it under a tap for a bit just to get that wet look, just the front of it, so it was wet, and did my hair down with a bit of wetness. It was hard to get it exactly right. I don't have any glasses that looked as good as Chris Hemsworth. I wish I did, which would have been cool. And so the image we're aiming for was that. So again, it was getting close to that image. I've got the water on. I was missing the necklaces, so I have then done this, which is visually impose myself in again. Put the necklace. That necklace has been added on later. The text and stuff added on top. I actually tried to get rid of a bit of the glasses. There's a bit of the glasses that have been darkened in Photoshop, but again, maybe could have done a bit more on the glasses. But overall, not too bad. Same background, just a bit multiplied using a cloning tool. So not the worst, not the best, but I'll definitely take that. And then our final image was 6 Underground, so we started with this pose, which again, I like to be in suits. It's cool, and so we were aiming to get this image, which is Ryan Reynolds looking great with a city background. So again, I completely redid it. Instead of trying to be over Ryan Reynolds, I'm not quite the same dimensions. So put a city background in, and then put myself in. Again, the Photoshop, it cuts, like my hair goes a bit funny at the side. If you look on the original, there's a bit there which wasn't really going well when you just use the magic wand tool instead. So that was how we got that image. And so overall, I think it went alright. So I will be putting all of that on TikTok with the Hall of Fame soundtrack. So this has been part of my challenge. So if you go to our second channel, Got Extra, we have I do a weekly challenge where I'm trying to challenge myself every week to do something. This week, we're going to try and get as big on TikTok as possible in a week. So if you want to help with that challenge, and see more of the behind the scenes of what's been going on TikTok, make sure you follow Got Extra for the video that will be coming out on Monday, and follow the TikTok, which is at LewisGate, which is my TikTok. So if you want to go and help out the cause, give it a follow, give it some views, that'd be awesome. So we've been here on Gated Theories. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button and share it on social media. Tell us in the field section down below, are you on TikTok, and what is your favourite Netflix show? And how good are you at Photoshop? Tell us all that stuff down there in the field section below. If you're new to the channel, wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button. That'd be awesome, as we're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and we're getting so close, so every little help will be amazing. If you're already subscribed, and awesome, first of all, thank you for doing that. You make our day every day. If you also wouldn't mind clicking that bell button, then you'll never miss a new video. And as always, we've been here on Gated Theories. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday with another video. Thanks for watching, guys.
Why don't you love me, love me, love me?